What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 30 Minutes of Hell. I am your host, Brandon Baker, joined as always by Joey Jackson and Matt Jackson. We've got some Razorback hoops to talk about. Arkansas came off of a big win over Texas Tech and followed it up with a pretty much what they were supposed to do win over Queens. We're not going to spend a ton of time on this game today because up next is number 8, Houston. We've got a lot to talk about with that game. It's the last big non-conference game of the season, and it's a big opportunity to make a statement. So going into this Queens game, right, like they had an okay offense, but they were just like so bad defensively. And I feel like Arkansas did kind of like what they were supposed to do in this game, right? 28-point win, career high scoring performance from Trevon Brazile, 23 and 10 with no turnovers from Acuff. Like this is what you expect to see from against a team that's probably going to be the worst defense that we see all season.
Yeah, it was pretty much a wash from the get-go. Brazil had the game of his life. Acuff had a terrific outing. We came in and we did what we needed to do. Not much else to say there.
Yeah. I turned the game on and immediately started hearing Brazil for three, Brazil for three, Brazil
Yeah,
for three. And I was like, all right, this game could be probably turned off at this point. But it was great. We did exactly how we wanted. I was so happy to just like not have to worry about a game, that we didn't even give them a chance to breathe. And that was everything I could have wanted in a game between two big games.
Yeah, that was the classic trap game, right? Like that was one of those games where if you don't come in and handle your business, it could get squirrely fast. And they didn't let it happen. Did what they were supposed to do. Great win. Yeah, Trevor Brazile, big time. Like I just said, it's his career high in scoring at 26 points, but he's now shooting like 60+% from three over the last 5 games. And we're going to talk about that more kind of with how it relates to Houston and moving forward. But oh my gosh, like what happened to Trevon Brazile? Like 5 of 7, a career high three pointers made, career high points scored, 3 assists, 3 steals. Like he was everyone really, but Trevon was searching for highlight reel plays in this game, like looking for the fast breaks, looking for the windmills, looking to get more threes up. Like it was a fun game. It was
we
fun to watch.
we say it game after game. It's confidence. He is playing fully with confidence. He's not hesitating on pulling up shots. He's in a great catch and shoot position. Like he's just playing so confidently and making the right decisions. He's finally coming into the TB that we saw that he could be 3 years ago.
Yeah, and it's crazy how at the beginning of the season we were like, well, we don't know what type of Trevor Brazil we're going to get each game. Is it going to be the one that gets you a double double, or is it going to be the one from the past? And now it's like, all right, I know Trevor Brazil is going to do really good. Who's next?
It's like,
You
oh,
know?
we're getting superstar Brazil.
Yeah, like we know he's going to be good. Is Carter Knox going to step up? Is Nick Pringle going to step up? Who else is going to step up? Because he is clearly our guy, him and Acuff.
Yeah, and the one other guy I want to talk about from this game before we get into our preview, Malik Thomas is just struggling right now. And I think in this game specifically, because Queens had such a low rated defense, I think everybody was like looking for their shots and forcing some stuff up, thinking they could get whatever they wanted. And I felt like there were several of Malik's shots that he just kind of like didn't need to take. He was just trying to see some go through the rim, get some confidence back, but it was just like some ill advised looks. I'm not like overly concerned. He went 1 of 11 from the field, 1 of 7 from three, just did not have a good game. But I think that we will see, hopefully not this bad, but similar spikes from Malik throughout the year. Like I think we know that he is kind of a streaky scorer. This one game does not freak me out. I don't think this is the norm. I think it's a low point. He's just struggling. I think he'll catch fire at some point, and we'll be talking about him like we're talking about Brazil. At some point he may hit 15 of his 18 threes over the course of 2 games. Like that's a real possibility.
Yeah,
The Caliph battle effect.
yeah.
I hope not, because Caleb
Yeah.
didn't turn it on to the last 4 games of the season.
Which I
Yeah,
mean,
but when
shoot,
he
at
but
least
when
he
he
turned it
turned it on,
on.
woo, flamethrower.
He ranked up there with Mason Jones and I think it was Dalton Connect for like the most what 30-point games? Is that what
Yeah,
it
like in a
was
row. It
in
was
a
like
row?
three in a
Yeah.
row. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I need more from Malik. I guess offensively, I get that he fills the stat sheet in other ways, and I love that because I can always count on him to have like 5 assists a game and 4 rebounds or something. It's just he came in and it's like he's the shooter. He's the guy that's going to hit these shots, and we're not getting it. And I feel like it's just because he's not taking the right shots. Like I don't know what it is. Everything always seems so forced with him. Sometimes he makes them, Sometimes it's like, okay, he just shot from the logo, and I said, "What are you doing?" And then, woo, let's go. I knew he could make that, but it's just why are we not getting these like open? We're not hitting the open looks. We're rushing and we're trying to put up shots that don't need to be put up. And
He's got the ultimate green light to throw up some weird shots, and the thing is that he is a among the best tough shot makers.
right.
But when he's missing, it looks so much worse because he always takes like contested shots, like quick shots,
Mhm.
and when they go in, you're like, wow, this guy like he can score with the best of them, score over defenders. It doesn't bother him. But then when he's missing, it's like, why are we taking this shot? What
Yep.
are we doing?
And we talked about him as a three-level scorer, and he hasn't been showing that. He's been taking primarily threes, like he's not
Yep.
getting to. He's a terrific mid-range shooter. He's not taking a ton of mid-range shots. He's got a great inside game, like he's got a great touch around the rim, but we're not seeing that. He's seeking the three, and he's not
And
hitting.
and
10 missed shots, 6 missed threes, and no free throw attempts is not what you want to see out of a
yeah.
pure scorer.
And the thing is, though, we were all three shooters. We want a three. We didn't want a layup. We didn't want a jump shot. We wanted the three. And I feel like that's what he's going through. He so desperately wants to see the ball go in the basket from deep. Not, he's like, I know I can hit it from mid range. I want to hit it from the 3-point line.
That's a good point.
And I feel like that's what he's kind of getting in his head. And we've seen it with literally every player on the roster. Cal's going to take care of it. He's going to fix it. So I'm not concerned about one game. I mean, maybe some overconfidence playing against Queens.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. I'm not overly concerned either. So, right.
As you know by now, we have teamed up with BetMGM again this season. We'll be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks, and we will have special offers for Field of 68 fans, including same-game parlays, best-in-class live betting, and daily odds boost. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code FIELD to get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's how it works. You download the BetMGM app. You sign up using bonus code FIELD. You deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game, and you receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Just make sure you use that bonus code FIELD when you sign up. Make this college basketball season one for the history books. Make it legendary. And don't forget, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code FIELD and get your $1,500 first bet offer today.
All right, let's get into this preview. We've got a lot to talk about with Houston. Arkansas goes up to New Jersey, neutral site game. It's the last of their 5 high major non-conference games. They're currently 2-2. To me, this is like the biggest. This isn't the best team that they've played, but this is the biggest chance to make a statement that they belong in this tier, in my opinion. Like Duke is still in tier 1. They're better, whatever. That's fine. Arkansas played well against Duke. They lost the game. Against Michigan State, we keep talking about we lost by 3 points in a true road environment on our first true road game of the season. Like you play that game again now in any environment, I think we have a great chance to win. But this type of game is where you can come in and prove it. Because Houston is also ranked number 8. I think they are in that tier that we want to be in. They are an elite defensive team, have been for several years now. Kelvin Sampson is a great coach. Arkansas assistant coach Chin Coleman mentioned in an interview or a press conference lately that Sampson talks about how he spends like 80% of his practice prep time coaching defense. Like, do you guys remember when we played games? I know high school level is different than the collegiate level, but like, there's no way that we spent 80% of our time prepping defensively for a team that we're playing against. And I'm sure that there are more individual preps that need to happen at the collegiate level, but 80 has to be one of the highest. If that's truly the case, that has to be one of the highest splits of any team between offense and defense prepping for another team.
Yeah.
So like they're ranked top 10, like number 7 right now on Ken Palm in defensive efficiency, right there beside Michigan State and Duke, both ranked inside the top 5. There's no other way to say that this is the tier of team that we want to be in, and to prove that we are in that team, this is the big opportunity to do it. Like, we can talk all we want about, well, we could have beaten them. I think we're as good as them, but like, win this game, show
You have to
it.
show it. Yeah.
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 Yep.
Houston comes into this game with, like I said, elite defense, a fine offense. They've already beaten Auburn, Syracuse, Notre Dame, and Florida State. Their only loss so far this season is to Tennessee, who has picked up a couple of quality wins already this, the non-conference slate that they've had. But I don't know. I think I think the Hogs can catch them. I think on a neutral court, I think we have the defense. Like, Houston is not an elite offensive team. They have good offense. They thrive a lot from causing the turnovers, from wearing down their opponent, but their offense is by no means elite. I think that we have the defense to slow them down. It's just about what Arkansas team shows up in a neutral site offensively to be able to handle this level of defense.
Yeah. And I think game plan wise, Houston is going to say, all right, lock up Brazile, right? That everybody knows it. The whole dang country's talking about Brazile and how good he's doing. So the question is, who's going to step up to beat Houston? Because Brazile he could very easily be taken out by this Houston defense. That being said, it may not be like completely. It may be 11 points instead of 21 points, right? But who's going to step up and fill that void, right?
See, Matt, I kind of think that this is Brazil's chance to show that he's the star of the show.
It can be.
Because he can, with the way that Houston runs their defense and the way that Samson kind of has them focus, is more pressure inside. They don't stretch out as well. And I think Brazile can stretch out that defense by getting to those corners and just really extending our offense and being that guy. But the thing is, he's got to hit shots. We've got to have the TB from Queens where we get 3 threes from him, or we get 4 threes from him. Like, he's got to make himself a threat from deep. And if he does that early on, we're going to spread that defense out, and it's going to make easier looks for our guards. It's going to make easier looks for Knox. I really think that our 3 X factors for this game, which is crazy calling Brazile an X factor at this point, but I think it's going to be him. I think it's going to be Ewan, and I think it's going to be Billy Richmond on the defensive end.
I was going to say Ewan solely because of passing. I think getting him the ball in the high post area and letting him move through cuts and letting him pass through those cuts, that is what's going to tear apart Houston's defense. And we've seen such good looks from Ewan here recently. So, and even offensive, post footwork and everything, he's doing phenomenal. I'm very impressed with him, and he is, I 100% agree, going to be that X factor.
So I was just about to go there because Houston has Chris Senak Jr., 6'11" freshman, leading their team in rebounds, a very solid interior presence. But Houston a lot of times likes to go small. Like, they have the guard play in the wings to be able to like switch a lot defensively, and they like to play that scrambling, switching defense, and they do it well with one big on the court. So if we are capable of putting Ewan on the court with Brazile and taking advantage of that, I think that that's a weak point that we can take advantage of. Like, Brazile can get off shots over a smaller guard. If they do want to switch everything and Ewan continues that level of offense that he's shown, even on like offensive rebounds, if they're big, if Houston has one big on the court and we draw a switch off of him and Ewan's down low off and we take a jump shot, like, that's an easy offensive rebound opportunity. I shouldn't say easy. Houston is a very gritty team no matter who's on the court, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I think we can take advantage of them trying to go small ball because they like to do that and play that switchable, everyone's like flying around scramble type defense, and they do it very well. but I think we have the personnel to take advantage of it if they don't put enough, length on the court to cover our bigs. But
Yeah.
they both have to be able, like, both have to be contributing. We can't have one of those games where we have to bench Ewan and Pringle's not giving us anything, and we're running Brazil at the 5 for 25 minutes. Like, that's not going to be a recipe for success, I don't think.
And I feel like Houston's going to have to go small solely because of how fast we are. We're moving that ball. And I mean, the thing is, and we've seen it a lot more, Brazil is moving it up the court. So our bigs are moving it up the court, dribbling, ball on the ground. It's not just by passing. And that can be very effective against a team that is trying to go big against us. Like they're going to have to go small. And then we impact it a different way whenever we get the ball to Brazil, who's towering above his man, and he could just shoot three.
And and one way that I think that we can really attack that defense with Brazil is getting behind their line. There were many times against Tennessee and against Syracuse where they would have like a player just leak in and catch a lob or just find some guy on the backside of that defense. And I think if Brazil can get to the corner and then get behind the line, we can get easy lobs from Acuff to Brazil throughout the entire night. You get a couple of those early, then you got Brazil hitting threes. Like you spread that defense out so thin, we've just got to execute. And I think that's going to be on Cal.
Let me see Billy
And
and Carter get some lobs too,
Hmm.
cutting back door.
it's That's so great call out to Joey. I think one thing that Houston we will see them do just because of how good Acuff has been playing. We haven't really talked about him much. Like Brazil has been the catalyst lately, but I mean Acuff's averaging like 19.7 assists and half a turnover in his last 4 or 5 games. Like it's crazy how good he's been. And I think that Houston's got three really good guards, and I would not be surprised at all to see them blitz Acuff, double him early. If we try to set high ball screens for them to like hedge hard on those types of screens, I think that's another place where Brazil and Ewan specifically can really thrive if they're the ones setting the screen and they slip right there to the top of the key, the high post area. If Acuff can get them the ball, all of a sudden we're playing 4-on-3 because they tried to blitz Acuff up top. I think that that's something that they will try at some point, and Ewan and Brazil are both excellent options to break that if they're executing well. I would love to see Ewan doing it, catch the ball right there in the high post. Now you've got Carter Knox in one corner, DJ Wagner in the other, and Brazil cutting for a lob. Like that's unguardable playing 4-on-3 if they really want to try to do that.
Yeah.
So some names to keep in mind for Houston. We've already thrown out a few of them. I want to start here with Kingston Flemings, elite freshman guard, probably the only freshman true point guard in the country that I would listen to somebody argue could be a better point guard than Darius Acuff. I don't know that he is, but in a lot of draft boards, Kingston Flemings is like number 7 and Acuff is like number 9 or 10. Like they're right there together in conversations right now. And that doesn't include Darren Peterson for Kansas. I consider him like a combo guard wing, not a true point. But Flemings is a great athlete. It's not common for a freshman guard to come in and lead a Houston, Kelvin Sampson coach squad the way that Flemings is doing, with 15 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, shooting over 50% from 3 right now, leading the team in steals. Like he's doing everything. And truthfully, I mean, this is going to be must-see TV. We've been talking about Brazil the whole time, but Kingston Flemings versus Darius Acuff is probably the headline of this game. It's going to be a fun freshman point guard matchup between the two of them. And truthfully, whoever plays better, like they could dictate the game. Arkansas has to have everyone else step up, but if you only get 9 and 3 from Acuff in this game, do you think we're going to win that game? Probably not. So, like, this matchup could be really like the key deciding factor. And then the other Houston guards, Emmanuel Sharp, leading the team in scoring at 17 points a game, 42% from 3 on very high volume. And Milos Uzan he's a returner, a senior, double-digit scoring, actually leading the team in assists. He's averaging over 5 assists per game, and three rebounds as well. Like this is just a very deep backcourt. We've talked a lot about how I think Arkansas probably has one of the best backcourts in the country. They proved that they're better than Louisville's backcourt, who is one of the best backcourts in the country. This is another one with Fleming, Sharp, and Uzan. Like this is another one of those top 5-ish backcourts that it's going to be a fist fight basically the whole game between Acuff, Wagner, Billy Richmond, Malik Thomas, and these 3 guards. And then to go along with that, I've already mentioned Sinak, 6'11" freshman. He's playing really, really well. He was a guy that was actually heavily in consideration to come to Arkansas and play his freshman year here under Cal. Ended up choosing to go to Houston instead. But then they've also got Joseph Tugler, 6'7" junior, averaging 7 and 5 and leading the team in offensive rebounds. He's only 6'7", but he's like 240 pounds. Like he's a strong dude. This is probably going to be like a Carter Knox type matchup because we've seen Knox improve a lot as a rebounder with his strength and everything like that. But these five guys are the core five for Houston, the ones that I think could give us the most fits in this game.
Yeah, and one thing with Tugler is he's great defensively. He's a strong blocker. He rotates quick. He's smart defensively. He's going to be an interesting guy on our offensive side.
I envision him being on Brazil quite a bit, and
Yeah.
I think Brazil can get off shots over him. But he is, you're right, he's a very, very good defender. They're all really good defenders. So give me a score prediction then for this game. Are we feeling confident that the Hogs can come out on top against number 8 Houston in a neutral site game?
Joe, you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course. Of course we can.
Matt
And
has
of
never
course we
predicted a
will.
loss in his life. So
Never.
give me
will.
why. Give me a
Never
score
will.
prediction.
All right. The reason why is because in this case, I think our offense is so good that their defense being great just won't be enough. I just think we're going to barrage them with everything that we've got offensively. And like you said, Brandon, our defense is good enough to slow them down. So they're just not going to be able to get what we get offensively. I am going to say, veering way off of my prediction of the over-under, I'm going to say we're going to win 89 to 81.
Whew, high score.
Yep.
It is a high scoring game.
Um,
Go ahead, Joey.
I'm also going to predict a win. I several weeks ago, before we played Texas Tech, I think I texted y'all. It may have been the night that they played Tennessee.
It was.
That I was pretty confident that we could beat Houston. And I still believe that, and I feel more confident now that I've seen the Hogs come out, the last several games. But I think that they're hungry. I think that they're chasing these big wins, and the just the vibe that I'm getting from this team isn't like just looking for the big win. Like they want to put teams into the dirt, and they want to get win after win after win. Like it's, to me,
They're
looks
not
like
content.
exactly. To me, it looks like this is the team that is already fighting for March. They're not just looking to win these big games anymore. They're looking to stack their resume for March. And I think that's the scariest team. I think Arkansas, year after year, is overlooked. And I think Trevon Brazile knows it. I think Wagner knows it. I think Knox knows it. I think Acuff knows it. I think this team is starving to prove people wrong. I don't think it's going to be a super high scoring game. I'm going to predict closer to, I'm going to say Hogs 72, Houston 68. I think it'll be a close one.
Joey gave me the
Like it.
goosies.
Yeah, that one might be a TikTok. Following up real fast on Matt's score prediction, Houston has not allowed a team to score more than 76 points
Perfect.
this year, and that was their loss to Tennessee.
Perfect.
So
We're better.
89 would be so impressive.
We're better. I figured
Okay.
you were going to pull up some stupid
Some
stat.
stat.
I'm
Listen.
sticking to it. I'm not changing my mind. 89.
I'm
baby.
not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm already impressed with the Hogs if that's what they end up doing.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I also think that Arkansas can win this game. I think that a big part of it for me is the schedule they've already played. I think that they have been punched early and often. I think that like the Michigan State game, I think was a wake up call. They did not play that great in that game. They held their own and only lost by 3. It was kind of an ugly game all around. But then the Duke game, we've talked about it. They held their own. They hung in there, did not lose by that much to one of the 3 best teams in the country. That's fine. But then they also had the 2 games against Samford and Winthrop where like they struggled. And that's the reason why they're not higher than they are in like Ken Palm and all these rankings that look at metrics for games like this. Like they did not play well and just barely beat these 2. Like they've been hit and not just in the high major games. And I think they already learned from it. I think we saw it against Texas Tech. I think we saw it against Louisville. And this team early has already learned how to win, like how to win these games and how to win in different ways. They need their star players to be stars, but they don't have to have a star performance from everyone. They can get 20 points from Carter Knox. They can get 5 steals and 5 assists from Billy Richmond. They can get 6 offensive rebounds from Malik Ewan. Like they can get these helping, peripheral, like in the margins enough to where they can win these big games already. And I think learning how to win in different ways, learning how to win early like that is huge. And I really think that, like I've already talked about kind of our personnel matchup. I think that we can excel a little bit, taking advantage of some of Houston's lineups they throw out. I think Cal can scheme his way around some of the things they're going to throw at Acuff, throw at us defensively. And I think we are good enough offensively. Like if we're making shots, I see no reason we can't win this game. If we don't win this game, it's because we shot 29% from 3 as a team and something just was off. Or like that's always a possibility. But I am predicting a win in this game. I'm gonna say I also think it's gonna be a little bit more low scoring. I'll split the difference. I'm saying 75-70 Hogs.
Let's do it.
Wouldn't that be the best Christmas gift? To go 3-2, beat another top 10 team.
Get right to the top
I
10.
want it bad.
Yeah.
Get
They
me
would
a
bounce
single
up.
get me a single digit by your name. That's what I would want.
Yes. Hey, Statman, when was the last time we were a single digit?
Oh, put me on the spot right here. I don't know it off the top of my head. I'd have to go look.
Definitely with Muss.
Yeah, it's definitely happened recently, but I don't know exactly how long ago. Let's see. I can tell you the last time we finished there. We finished number 8. Or no, we were number 9 in 2022, 2023. Muss's last tournament run.
Impressive.
Come on, Cal.
Can't wait to finish top 3 this year.
Yeah.
Can't wait
We
to
might.
finish number 1 in the entire country after
After we don't lose another
beating
game.
Duke in the national championship.
Put all your chips in, Matt. We're here for it.
Hey, his house is on the line. We talk about it every week.
I swear.
He's been texting us every week, asking if he can live with us if something goes wrong.
After the start of the Texas Tech game, I was like, guys,
Yeah. When Arkansas goes down 4 points, Matt's like, it's over, guys.
it's so over. We're so back. It's so over.
Oh my gosh. All right. Like I mentioned, this is the last game for Arkansas before Christmas. They'll come back the Monday after with one more tune-up game, and it's time to get into SEC play. I'm excited to preview that. I'm so excited for this game. I really think this could be a special year. We've been talking about it a lot, but this is the prove it game. Until then, though, that's all we have time for you guys today. Appreciate you tuning in. Quick reminder, we are brought to you by the Field of 68 Podcast Network. You can find us on YouTube, on Twitter, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your stuff. Please like, subscribe, share, retweet, leave a comment, leave a review. It all helps us out, especially if you really enjoy the content that we are bringing you. Until next time, I've been your host, Brandon Baker, joined as always by Joey Jackson and Matt Jackson. And as always, go Hogs.
Woo pig.